Alright, so Let Him Go. A story game on Roblox, except it's not like one of these story games, because Let Him Go is a more interactive game, and also it's not really a horror game, but it focuses a lot more on psychology and all that stuff. So let's jump in and review the game. So once you actually jump in the game, yeah, we are not waiting to load that many assets. Yep, I'm skipping. So once you get to this main menu, let's assume you didn't right away click play, and you actually took a moment to look at the main menu screen. So if you look at the main menu screen, there's a picture that looks like two people hugging each other, and immediately you'll assume that they're just friends. And then once you click play, you'll get greeted with this cutscene where the two people that you saw in the picture go up to each other and hug each other, except the person with the fire ring on their belly throws the other guy onto the ground, the guy that has a spawn symbol on his belly too. It's immediate and confusing and leaves you to find out why. And that's the beauty about this cutscene. It sets things in motion. Now after that cutscene, you wake up as the person named Broken Spawn. And you can walk around and interact with stuff that Broken Spawn will comment about that's about him and his friend's fire ring, the one that threw him on the ground at the start of the game. And once you leave the house, you have an objective where you have to talk to 4 NPCs, which seem to know who Spawn is. And when you talk to these NPCs, they comment about firing, and they also comment that you don't look so good. And there's also one that doesn't really like Spawn and doesn't really care about Spawn, and they just kind of comment on firing and how she's noticed that this is like one of the only times where they have not been together. And there's one guy that is just I don't know, complete bonkers. So yeah. And after you talk to these NPCs, you don't really look so good. I mean, I don't know why he looks like he's sick, but he just feels like he needs to sleep it off. So you go on and sleep it off. And when you sleep, you get teleported into this weird dimension. And when you walk towards the middle of these 3 portals, you're now named Martyr Spawn. And you go to one of the portals that he says to go to, and then you get teleported to a swords fight on the Heights map. And then obviously you go past this part, and then you talk to Fire Ring. At the start he says, you know, we've been friends ever since we were kids, and all that stuff about that. And once you actually go up and talk to Fire Ring, he says, but you know, you've always annoyed me with your behavior. And then you get teleported to a map with a bridge, and as you walk across it, you see a picture in the distance, but the bridge actually breaks on you. And actually, the first time that the bridge broke on me, because of the sound being loud, it actually kind of scared me. So yeah, so there's a little sound jump scare. But anyways, once the bridge actually breaks, you wake up. And this whole time it was a nightmare. But now you feel even worse than yesterday. If you've noticed, the saturation has also gone down, which complements feeling a lot more worse and sad. Everything that you talk to yourself about, this time it's a lot more enthusiastic and just kind of like, oh man. And this time when you talk to the NPCs, they notice that you've gotten a lot worse. And especially with this one NPC called Lime Girl, she even says to come over here, and you can either deny it or accept it. But if you do, she actually gives you a hug. And I really like this moment just because it feels so human and empathetic.